Hello, my name is Patrice Lewis, and the topic of this presentation will be the MOVE bombing, also known as the bombing of Osage Avenue. My reasoning behind choosing this as my topic was because until my first African American study class here at UNCG, I hadn't heard of MOVE, neither had other people in my life. I would like to give a little background information on what exactly MOVE was before I continue. Founded in 1972 by a man named John Africa, born as Vincent Leaphart, MOVE is often described as a Black liberation group devoted to several diverse causes. The group disdains modern technology and materialism and the establishment, the New York Times wrote just after the bombing, and advocated a back-to-nature lifestyle and preached against technology, said CNN later. Furthermore, the members of the MOVE organization took Africa's surname. They believed that taking the surname showed their reverence to their mother continent. In addition, they all wore their hair in dreadlocks and lived communally in a house in Philadelphia's Powelton Village and later the house on Osage Avenue. The MOVE organization was and is a millenarian spiritual movement predicated on a radicalized politics of inclusion and appreciation of what MOVE member, head spokeswoman, and only surviving adult member of the MOVE bombing, Ramona Africa, described in a 2017 interview as, "One common belief, and that belief is in life. Life not in an abstract sense, but in a very real sense, as real as the breath you're breathing this instance, the water that you must have to drink, the earth that gave us life, centered on belief systems that anticipate an imminent and radical overturning of the existing social order." Then, on May 13, 1985, the city of Philadelphia bombed the home of the radical Black organization MOVE that was founded by John Africa in 1972. The military-style attack killed 11 occupants of the house, including 5 children, and destroyed almost 2 square blocks of a residential neighborhood, rendering 250 men, women, and children homeless. To backtrack a little, tensions between MOVE and the Philadelphia Police Department had been mounting for years. In 1981, 3 years after city officials bulldozed a MOVE home as a result of a major confrontation between the two, several MOVE members relocated to 6221 Osage Avenue in the Cobbs Creek area of West Philadelphia. In the early 1980s, some Osage Avenue residents complained constantly about MOVE's loud harangues and the piles of garbage and human waste that accumulated in their yard. On May 13, 1985, Philadelphia officials succumbed to public pressure, obtaining a warrant to search the MOVE residence and take 4 members into custody for illegally possessing firearms, inspection code violations, and delinquent gas bills. MOVE members resisted and a standoff ensued. Police officers responded by firing 10,000 rounds of ammunition into the home containing women and children. Still, MOVE members refused to evacuate the premises. Police officers then proceeded to use tear gas and high-powered fire hoses to no avail. When it became evident that MOVE would not surrender, law enforcement officers dropped a plastic explosive on the roof of the home, which caught fire. MOVE's conflict with the city involved many sub-parties. To MOVE, Mayor Rizzo, who was the mayor at the time, represented the law and order rule they opposed, and the police department was continually in confrontation with the activist group. The department itself was split between the highly professional, trained Civil Disturbances Squad and the rank-and-file police, who are often called Rizzo's thugs. As confrontations with the rank and file evolved, MOVE came into confrontation with the courts. It used them as a vehicle to dramatize its beliefs and issues. MOVE's fundamental issue involved the city and courts, and more specifically, freedom for its 3 political prisoners. What I am gathering from all of this is that the people who were not a part of the MOVE organization simply did not understand its purpose, and it seems like since they did not understand it, that they wanted MOVE to be completely removed. With multiple people complaining about MOVE, law enforcement could not ignore it. This is what led to the violent conflict. I did not read anywhere about the police demonstrating nonviolent tactics when confronting MOVE. Yes, they used standard protocol, but I feel as though it did not have to come down to a bombing which killed innocent people and destroyed lives of others. I think if anyone knew that this would have been the outcome, more nonviolent measures would have been taken to avoid it. I also believe that the law enforcement chose to make an example out of MOVE with such violence as to show this is what we're capable of. The MOVE organization also made me think of Tilley's us-them notion, with MOVE being the us and them being law enforcement because of the literal divide between the two. MOVE opposed law and order. In conclusion, I solely believe the MOVE bombing was an unnecessary violent conflict. In addition to being an unnecessary violent conflict, it is a forgotten conflict, being that it was very hard to find research about it. With that being said, I hope there will not be another conflict like this, especially since law enforcement used an unbelievable amount of ammunition in a neighborhood like it was a war zone. Thank you for listening.